Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment explains it. We're going to be explaining this book today. I know there are so many people who have given you thoughts and opinions about what this book should or shouldn't be. All that I say about the book is understand that it is 6160 T'Challa, not 616 T'Challa, and not cinematic T'Challa. Though it may have undertones of cinematic T'Challa, that is not what we should embrace. We should embrace it as a new journey, a new story, an origin story, a hero's journey, as it always is. Thank you, Mr. Campbell, for introducing that concept. But we're going to run through it. I'm going to give you the who, what, when, where, and why. But before we do what we want to do, we got to do what we need to do. And that is comment, like, subscribe, and share to this page right here, the Be Real with D Real page, so that when new material comes out, y'all get it. If you digging what a brother shoveling, and from the subs and things, it seems that you are, and from an analytical standpoint anyway, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share, because edutainment is what I do, and we are going to get to doing it. We're going to do it to it. I hope I can put it in a way where, you know what I'm saying, y'all are getting down for the get down, and that it sparks questions. Okay. Black Panther, the ultimate Black Panther, number one, issue number one. That's the main cover, by Stefano. I don't want to mess the man's name up. Stefano Caselli. Stefano Caselli, and of course written by the one and only Bryan Edward Hill. Thank you, brother, for bringing us such an amazeballs story. And that cover happens to be by David Curiel. I like that look. In the background, you see those two symbols. Those are Egyptian hieroglyphic symbols. That is the Eye of Horus, and a crescent moon, which we know is most likely the sun, the sign of Ra and Khonshu. Without giving away too much, the story is kind of going to revolve around them. And from the get-go, man, they don't waste no time. West Africa is catching hell. People working hard, getting vaporized. I guess they didn't waste no time at all, did they? In our name, claim this land. I'm sorry, the Eye of Ra. Yeah. Khonshu, Ra. There we go. There we go. And they are doing it. Look at that. Now, who is spying them from the bushes? Spies. Okay. They need to bring news of this to the king. And what do they need to bring news of to the king? Wholesale slaughter, man. You see what I'm saying? Wholesale slaughter. And here we go. T'Challa, the Black Panther, king of Wakanda, who at least one person has said looks sexy. And who is the queen by his side in his bed sharing it? Surprise. Okoye, queen to T'Challa, former general of the Dora Milaje, and now its high mentor. You are king, I am your wife, and I serve your throne. She don't seem happy about it. And then, of course, we get those wonderful images provided to us by Stefano Caselli, which I, from this point henceforth, am going to refer to as Stefano Caselli, Caselliing, doing what he does with beautiful images like that. And now what we're experiencing is, the regal king T'Challa getting ready to go to a meeting. That's what he's waking up for. And there he is giving all of the royal ahs and whatnots as he enters the citadel of knowledge. Who is he going to talk to in the citadel of knowledge? T'Chaka, father to T'Challa, former king of Wakanda. So in the 6160, he is alive. How long he remains that way, we're just going to have to see, because as we know, King T'Chaka is a foil. And what is it he wants to talk about? He's asking his son, is he still plagued with dreams? And he tells him he needs to speak with the divine mother of the Vodou Khan. She wants your counsel. Who's the Vodou Khan? We're going to find out in a second. Their power lies in superstition, in fear. Wakanda should be free of the Vodou Khan. And then his daddy drops knowledge on him. Hide your intentions. They sense your doubt. Share your dreams. Show them you will listen. Keep them close while you decide their fate. One should only know they are an enemy to the king after they have been destroyed. Okay? Bear that in mind as you ride through this story. And here we are. We're just going to skip to the Vodou Khan conversation. Boom. There is Matron Imala, the sacred mother of the Vodou Khan, and she is letting T'Challa know that he underestimates his dreams. Passing them off as nightmares is not what he should be doing. Since the birth of Wakanda, the Vodou Khan has served his kingdom and all of its kings. Our connections to the gods is yours. Allow me to prove that by offering you my counsel. Boom. Your dreams warn you the gods are on your side, but gods can be fickle. I won't be paralyzed by paranoia, matron. I will not rule in fear of my own people. And that's valid. But what does the matron come back with him at? Do not choose fear. Choose awareness. Don't be sorry. Be careful. We will be your eyes as well. And as if it humiliated him to say so, then the Vodou Khan have my gratitude. Flash forward to T'Challa sitting on the throne in a most pimple-licious manner. And somebody is in front of him telling him something, and he asked them, do you swear to this? Do you swear this is what went down? And we remember earlier, a couple pages back, there was 2 spies spying for him, and they are the ones swearing. And who's also in the room with Okoye and T'Challa? Standing by his side is, as always, Shuri, sister to T'Challa and his woman at arms. Interesting. And these two vigorous and down for the crown brothers are like, we can marshal a small group of warriors, Dora Milaje among them, seek out these marauders, and T'Challa replies in a most arrogant manner, I take information from spies, but not strategy. You are dismissed. Thank you. As is his right as the king to do, but I mean, that was, part of the hero's journey. Hopefully that will disappear out of me. Foxui and Anand would die for you. They would not lie. And he believes them. He just doesn't want to precipitate war. Of course, we know Shuri is the young, impatient one. And she's telling him, we got to do something. We got to do something. And T'Challa is saying to her, I ain't saying I wasn't going to do nothing. I just ain't going to do anything that's going to precipitate war. Okay? And then that is when Shuri takes the opportunity to basically kind of run him down and says, in that time, more people will suffer. Brother, this is not the, this is wise. His wife steps in and interrupts. Careful steps, certainty. We are unknown to the outside world. That is surprise, an advantage we only have once. And, and Shuri's like, I understand. She kind of bowed down real quick. That's interesting. I would think she'd have been able to argue her point over Okoye, but she didn't even try. Bear that in mind also. He thanks her, and basically she's saying to him, I'm your wife. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do, and don't be so hard on Shuri because she's only acting in your interest. And she's down. She's just a little overzealous. She's anxious. She want to smash some heads. And why wouldn't she when we get a picture of Stefano Caselli as only he can Caselli right there? How does it feel to see your mind laid before you, Princess Shuri? So clearly she is a armorer, and she designs weapons. Interesting. And what does she say? It feels like all of it could do more. And her warrior, a Benny, her captain at arms, already knows she's talking about stepping beyond the borders of Wakanda. And Shuri basically lets Abeni know that she wants her enemies, the enemies of Wakanda, to fear them. And Abeni lets her know, well, if they step foot over here, you know what I mean? We can put them hands on them, but until now, let's just, dwell in peace. Meanwhile, back in West Africa, a little boy is playing ball and is getting squished by, that's them Khonshu troops. Them Khonshu troops. Is that a good? I don't know. Is that a good name to call them Khonshu troops? Or Ra Khonshu. I like Khonshu. You know what I mean? Let's call them Khonshu. Yeah, those are Khonshu, and they are coming, and they ain't got no issue with trying to kill that little boy. Wow. Word? Yeah, word. Until somebody steps up and tells him to hide. Ooh, and they got a little blood on their axe. And suddenly there is a light above him. That is clearly the light of a ship that wants to do him harm. And what does he say? My love, bless him, would you? The crackle of lightning and destruction like that only lets us know one person could be involved. And y'all already read about her. Y'all knew who she was going to be, and y'all knew where she was going to be. Again, 6160, not 616. And so he is hurling this axe, which I assume is made of vibranium, because when it is struck with lightning, it absorbs it. And when it reaches the soldiers, boom, and it returns to his hand. Oh my goodness, this kid's gangster. What's popping over here? Y'all got the protection of Killmonger and the Wind Rider. And we know who that is, y'all, don't we? More to come in later issues. Meanwhile, at the annual celebration of life, T'Challa is letting his people know that they are his strength, and he is there to serve them. You know what I mean? And they are feeling it. And then we get this collage of events. Shuri's watching. The Vodou Khan are watching. And out of nowhere, for Khonshu and Ra is a suicide bomber. And T'Chaka is swift enough to push his son off the podium before it goes boom. But not before he panthers up. And when he panthers up, it is time for Wakanda to go to American war. Issue 2, to be continued. Issue 2, right there. They gonna face Khonshu and Ra directly with the Maker in back. Ooh. Hope that ain't just cover art. I know you have questions. I know you have thoughts. I know you have beliefs and ideas about what went down in this book. Who, first of all, is responsible for the death of T'Chaka? Is it who we would obviously look at and say the Vodou Khan, because they're on T'Challa's side and he needed this to help him on his hero's journey? Is it Shuri? Let's not forget, this is the 6160, not the 616. And it didn't sound like they had too nice of an exchange. So even though she didn't say nothing, she said something. She didn't look happy with what was going down. Is it Okoye, who seems like she's more of an obligatory wife? At least that was the energy that I was getting from her, and not truly that, oh, you my husband, baby boo, I got your back, I'm your ride or die. So if T'Challa were dead, that will free her. Or if she's not responsible, if T'Challa dies and she assumes the throne, how much easier would it be for Okoye to get her out of the way? Ooh, have I given you enough to think about yet? Remember, as I said, this is the 6160. This is not the 616. Okay, so anything could happen. Okay, it seems it's following the usual tropes, but with that 6160 variation that makes it different enough to where we don't go, that's just another universe spit out with a different costume. Bryan Hill is weaving a good story with this book. It seems like it's some very intricate writing, and even though there isn't as much source material to be respectful of, he still sees those things that makes T'Challa and puts those in there. While he doesn't seem like he's as humble as T'Challa should be, I'm pretty sure with the set of events that are going to be coming up in a few more issues that he's going to build humility. He seems to have wisdom. He seems to have wisdom, and he seems to be a strategist. And he definitely already seems to be comfortable as the Black Panther. But remember, this is an origin story. So he may not be as Black Panther-y as a Don McGregor Black Panther or a Christopher Priest Black Panther. Let's see what kind of Black Panther he's going to be. 2 Black Panther titles in 1 month. I do believe that is a first. What did y'all think about this book? What do y'all think about this story? And what do y'all think is going to happen in future issues of Black Panther? Y'all know what to do. Drop it in the comments underneath. And as always, I'll be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other. Boom.